A brand new US Army military base was just built into the side of a mountain range, and it's about to get the shock of a lifetime. The US Army had no way of knowing that there was a cursed graveyard only a few hundred feet from their base, and zombies began to come up from the ground. Burned zombies, spearman zombies, military zombies, and fast zombies were all going to try and drive out the US Army defenses of the mountain fortress. Small amounts of US Army soldiers were standing guard just before the mountain fortress, and they're about to be pounced on by the zombies first. And when they inevitably fall, it will then be the turn of the defenses themselves to try and survive the zombie apocalypse. But at the very least, they are packing a multitude of different weapons and vehicles to use up against the oncoming zombies. If you guys enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. Now let's get into this thing. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alright boys, pressing start right now, and 7 million zombies begin to descend against the reconnaissance units of the US military base. Now this map, of course, is a part of the brand new Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 map building update, a massive overhaul update that gives the community a chance to build their own maps in the game, and this is one of the coolest ones I've seen so far. There's a bunch of other really cool ones too that I haven't gotten a chance to check out just yet, but rest assured, we will be checking those out 100%. Now, there is quite the barrier to entry for the map building, as you need to be able to use the Unity map editor, which is not the easiest thing in the world. I wish they were able to come up with an easier solution to map building, but that's okay. I think it will limit the number of maps we do get in this game, but at the very least, the feature is there, and we're getting tons of new maps right now, which is so unbelievably hype. Alright, this reconnaissance group has died right here. There's another one over this way in some additional US Army tents, and it looks like some abandoned brick buildings and things along those lines. These guys should be a little bit more powerful than the shotgun boys, because they do have some M4s for themselves, and look, those are the US Army barracks right there, even labeled US Army. Beautiful! And a lot of these brand new maps actually have really good performance for them, which is really nice. I think it's because there's not as much detailing on them as some of the official Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 maps, so it is a little bit less costly on the old GPU, so my computer can luckily sigh a bit of a relief. You know, its life is getting better. Maybe its lifespan is going up with improved performance in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, because this thing has been left on like so many times all night just to get Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 battle conclusions. It's been pretty crazy. Alright, this group is also dying out here, and it looks like the main defense point is just now starting to have zombies launch themselves into them. There are those M1A2 Abrams firing away, and there's of course the brand new firing animation for them. Well, that's only semi-new nowadays. It's a few months old, but still another really great update for Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. They've been really cooking. They've been cooking lately, lads. And then behind them, we actually have some more elite US Army soldiers. You can see their armor is a lot stronger looking, and it's reflected in their health and stats. They're a bit more of an elite unit. Maybe they're rangers or something along those lines. Not entirely sure. But we've also got the missile systems firing out that way from behind the military base walls over there. And then we do have our final reconnaissance unit back this way, which these guys hopefully can hold out for a while longer and distract a number of these zombies, because you can see Sea Whizzes firing in and getting just droves of kills on these zombies all at once here. So the longer these guys stay alive, the longer those Sea Whizzes are going to be able to arc fire into them. But we do have full-scale invasion going on down mid now. This is getting pretty crazy. Look at this, dude. Tons and tons of fire coming in from Sea Whizzes as well as those missile systems. But we also have mortars here. Yeah, we rarely use these mortars because it's kind of derpy, the fact that they don't have any crew with them. But we're going to say they're remote-controlled mortars, getting controlled from inside this house, I guess. And so they're also lobbing mortar shells out against the zombie army out this way. And they're doing a pretty nice job of keeping the zombies at bay from the M1A2 Abrams. The longer these Abrams stay alive, the longer the soldiers behind them also stay alive, because they are basically another wall, another barrier to entry of the big mega fortress back this way. We also, of course, have some nuclear missile systems here for the US military. They have 10 of them, I believe, though it looks like there aren't 10 there, so I'm guessing a few of them didn't spawn in. There's also this really cool bunker gun here, but sadly, it doesn't actually fire. Rip. And it's being guarded by some U.S. marksmen in the very back lines. In front of the nuclear missile systems, we have our M249 heavy machine gunners. Well, actually, I think they're technically light machine gunners. Inside these ruins, we have some more standard regular units right here for the U.S. Army. And then defending the actual wall itself is some more sort of cadet units. So we're fielding a mix of elite and less elite units for the U.S. troops on this battlefield. Some guys are definitely going to be able to defend better than others, but I tried to strategically position them in the best positions for themselves, aka having the marksmen in the way back lines where they don't have to take on the zombies head first. Some of the more elite units on the front lines over here, where they're going to be able to protect these M1A2 Abrams outright. So that'll be very nice too, because these guys have better fire rates, better damage, and better health, so they can support these tanks a lot better. Let's actually check out the kills so far. So we're looking at 5.7 million remaining zombies and 30,000 remaining U.S. Army soldiers. U.S. Army started with 50,000 total to start off with, and the zombies, of course, started with 7 million. Now, there are some routes I think that the zombies can flank. Like, I saw in the Steam page that there was somewhere around the back here where they could actually traverse upwards, but I don't think any of the zombies are actually doing that. Maybe a little bit later they'll try to, but I'd be interested to see how that ends up working out for them. Either way, why don't we go ahead and do our first time lapse here, because now all of the reconnaissance positions for the United States are down for the count. They are no longer going to be alive, sadly, on this battlefield, but the real battle for the fortress walls has begun here, and we'll be able to see long-term if the U.S. Army can hold out. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of a time-lapse here. 30,000 remaining U.S. Army soldiers, 5.5 million remaining zombies. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. Alright, well, the first line of defense here is almost broken through. There are still some M1 Abramses over this way, which are getting eaten away at. They're getting quite bloated out there. And the Sea Whizzes are still firing away, and we've still got missile systems going and all that good stuff. I'm assuming some nukes are popping off out there too, but haven't really seen any yet, but they probably are firing. I think they're in range at this point. If not, we'll be seeing some massive explosions very soon, and that'll be pretty cool. But once these guys all die, then the actual wall will be getting fully assaulted. Right now, it is getting assaulted ever so slightly, and these guys are having to defend a decent amount, but not a full-scale invasion. Oh, that's the nuke. Yes, that indeed would be the nuke. The nuclear system is firing at all cylinders. And on top of these watchtowers, we've got some dudes, which is pretty fun to see. Currently 4.5 million remaining zombies. So 2.5 milli have died at this point, which is very, very good. But this is where we're going to see really if this defense can hold or not. I mean, this is where we have all of our heaviest weapons. The mortars now fully firing all at the same time. Oh, the nukes going off look so sick. Yes, sir. If these guys cannot hold with this amount of firepower, they're certainly not going to be able to hold in the back line. So this wall is going to be the true test of character. If they can continue to hold the wall, things will be fine. But if they start to die out, even at a semi-quick pace, it's going to be problematic. I don't blame the soldiers outside the wall for dying, but if the guys behind these choke points die, then we've got some serious problems. Another nuke goes off. Let's go. That's going to be really helpful, sort of disrupting the zombies. Also, I think some of the troopers that died like right off the rip here without even really putting up so much as a fight, that's kind of understandable because the AI does take a little bit of time to register that there's an enemy attacking them. So now all of these guys should have that registered and should be firing out at full effect. So we shouldn't really see that happen anymore. Hopefully, you never know. Oh, is anyone flanking? No, there's a few bodies up here that exploded, I think, from the nukes. These guys got their faces crushed. God dang, son, god dang. But beyond that, no flanks are happening, so this valley is, in fact, safe, it seems, or at the very least, the zombies haven't figured out yet how to get through. We're already at 4.28 million zombies remaining, so I think the increased firepower from the zombies being closer to these lines is helping out tremendously with the defenders here. We'll see if it continues to last that way, though, because it could get rough. So let's time-lapse from this angle now. The defenses are getting eaten away at a little bit, and I think a major part of that is the body pile has grown above the wall, so the zombies are able to funnel in much quicker now. The Sea-Whizzes are starting to take some losses, as are the mortars, I think. Many of them are still alive, but it is disconcerting to see some Sea-Whizzes down and some mortars damaged, which is not going to be very nice for the long term. This line is still technically holding, and we are at almost exactly half of the total zombies remaining. However, we are only at 9,400 remaining U.S. Army units. We need a hard stall point soon, or else this could get really, really bad. I'm hoping these nuclear missile systems start to fire even more as we get further and further back in this defense, because all of these zombies are so clustered together here, it could be extremely damaging if these nuclear missile systems start to fire more often. That would be really, really fantastic. Yep, just like that. Wonderful. And then we got these guys up top here, and they will hopefully be able to stay alive during the duration of this battle and just fire downward and get a few extra kills here and there while the zombies pass by below them. We've also got some guys up here that will probably not be super greedy targets for the zombies to go for because they're up here. They'll probably go for the easier ones down below, but why don't we go ahead and watch these guys up here, since we have a pretty good angle watching them of what's going on down below as the zombies start to get through this wall portion. It's getting rough. Well, the zombies just came through up top here and devoured us. That's not great. There's a few more U.S. Army soldiers up top, but That's about all of them there. So the next line of defense currently is untouched, but already you can see some zombies starting to run their way in. So this will get tough fairly soon. We still do have this little tiny square of units inside of this ruin, and hopefully they can defend for at least a little bit. A very nice nuke shot. Let's go! But there is still 3.3 million remaining zombies and only 6,775 remaining U.S. Army soldiers. So things are getting pretty tight here. This is getting rough. We still got our boys on the watchtowers, which is very nice, and there's still a few boys like up here. Look at these guys. That's pretty cool. There are dead zombies up here. I don't know if they somehow glitched their way up or if they exploded up. They definitely exploded up here. Look at that. There's a few actually. Oh, from the nukes, they're flying up here. That's crazy, dude. These guys have a great vantage point. Hopefully they can take advantage of that and get some serious kills on the enemies down below. That would be fantastic. But we'll just have to see if that actually ends up happening. Now, why don't we watch the square defense here with 3.3 million zombies remaining and 6,700 U.S. Army soldiers. The boys are actually surviving. I'm not entirely sure why. It seems like they've just kind of stopped the zombies from coming forward as forcefully. So maybe the firepower is now becoming so brutal that the zombies aren't able to reach up here to get them. A few of these guys inside of this burned down house have gone down. So we're not at full strength here. We have been dwindled slightly. Also, we do still have guys up here. Oh, they're getting eaten by that zombie, so that's great. And they're not killing him, so yeah, they're probably gonna die. We'll see what happens. Oh god, the AI is so stupid sometimes. Oh, nuke! The nuke might have just saved him. It did. Oh my goodness. And then we still got some guys over there too. So I mean, we're still holding out. Not fantastically, but we're still out here, and the nukes are helping. So 6,323 remaining U.S. Army soldiers and 2.76 million zombies. So we could see a U.S. Army victory. This is actually turning around for them. Okay, defense is still holding, although, are those flankers? No, I think they're guys that exploded and tumbled down. There are troops over here, so if they do figure out a flank route, that could be problematic. But right now, we're just holding out. We're in a holding pattern. That's what we needed this whole time. The nukes are helping, the missile systems are helping, and of course, the infantry is going absolutely ham. Right now, we are at 5,863 remaining U.S. Army soldiers and 2.1 million remaining zombies. So it is still a pretty tight battle, but I think we might be seeing a victory potentially soon. Let's go ahead and time-lapse overhead. "20 minutes later and we're still holding, baby." Although we have taken substantially more losses. We're at 4,000 remaining U.S. Army soldiers, so troops are dying here. Look, yeah, up here, We got troops getting mauled by the zombies as they come on through. That's not good, but the nuke's still going off, and only 1.6, it looks like, million zombies still remain on the battlefield. So they are whittling them down, but the zombies are starting to clap back a little bit again, and there is a huge nuke going off and absolutely obliterating a huge portion of the attacking zombies. So hopefully that prevents... Oh, another one. Okay, that's huge. That's gonna buy some time. That's real nice. That's that nice right there. That's beautiful. Oh, and during that time lapse, the US base falls. God dang. Well, we time lapsed till the bitter end there, and there's 42 US soldiers remaining. Oh, they're all up here on this little peak. They'll eventually get killed from zombies glitching their way up. This is a USL, so we're gonna use the base's secret security system. The nuclear bomb. This is a bomb factory. Wow. Alright, well, the US loses. There were 500,000 zombies remaining, so 6.5 million died, which is really impressive, but it was not enough. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see more of this in the future. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.